What's going on, Drinking Buddies? Brand new podcast coming right at you. But you know what we got to do first? We got to talk about those things that generate a little revenue for the show. First and foremost, we are brought to you by the Patreon at patreon.com/MattSlayer. I'm happy to announce, in addition to some bonus content that I filmed and put up this week, there is also some extra stuff. If you join the Patreon at the $5 level or above, and then go into the Discord, there is some access to some spicy stuff from this week's guest, Whitney OC. That is some of the more exclusive content that is coming your way for my Patreon members. So join the Patreon today at patreon.com/MattSlayer and help support the show. We are also brought to you by the merch store at anwd.net/merch. Get yourself in a Now We Drink hat. Get yourself one of our shirts. Just cover your shame in our wares. Check out the merch store today. Show the people that you love us or hate us or whatever, however you're feeling. Just show the world, express it, help support the show at anwd.net/merch. We are also brought to you by our friends at Casa Anika. Go to www.casa-anika and be sure to get yourself all those bedroom essentials. Yeah, we'll call them bedroom essentials. It's a wellness brand. Yes, it's a wellness brand because everyone needs that kind of wellness in their life. If you use the code ANWD at checkout, you can save yourself an additional 15%, and there's free shipping in the US for any orders over $100. Go to the show notes to click the link and get yourself some wellness products. www.casa-anika.com. And be sure to use promo code ANWD. Last, but certainly not least, the two easiest ways you can support this podcast. One, tell your friends. Share. I guess go to iTunes and rate it 5 stars. I guess that's the thing again. But just help signal boost the show. That's all I ask, besides all the other things I already asked for. I digress. The other very easy way you can help support this show is go to youtube.com/nowwedrink and subscribe. Hell, do me one better. Don't just subscribe. Comment, like, interact with the people that are trying to troll. It's fun. Helps feed the algorithm, brings more drinking buddies to the party. Enough of that. Let's get on with it. My guest this week is the one and only Whitney OC. Whitney's a blast. She really opened up about some stuff that she hasn't talked about on other shows during this one. A lot of stuff about her personal life and just, this was a fun, silly episode. And I'm not going to keep you from it for much longer. So sit back, relax, pop a cold one, and enjoy, Drinking Buddies.
What's going on?
Not much. We're doing some day drinking. Well, I'm doing some day drinking, and you're being a responsible adult.
I am too responsible for my own good.
I don't know how you ended up here.
I don't know how I ended up doing porn.
Oh, I just meant on the show. I mean, plenty of responsible people do porn. Don't get me wrong. I just meant here.
You'd actually be really surprised, yeah. But here, I'm here just because I heard you're a great guy. I heard this was going to be a lot of fun.
These are all lies. All of it lies. Your publicist lied to you. Just going to hang out with me while I day drink for the next 2 hours.
You know what? I would love nothing more. What else am I? I'm not doing porn today, so.
Well, that's a bummer.
I know.
You're in Hollywood. Go throw a stone. There's got to be some talent just lying around, not doing shit.
I can do content if I want to today.
Why aren't you?
I'm kind of tired of driving.
What the fuck?
Coming over Sunday.
I'm like, you're driving to talent? What is up with that? That's fucked.
Right? I know. He's coming to me Sunday, so I said, we'll see you Sunday.
In what world should the female performer be driving to male talent for a content trade? I understand when it's on set and you're both being paid and there's a crew, but for a content trade, Bro, no, you gotta, unless you're not comfortable hosting, there's no reason that you should be driving to him.
Thank you. You know what? This is interesting you say that, because there was one time where this very well-known talent asked me to not only drive up there, but then go halvesies on a location and a videographer. And I said no. And then he's like, well, maybe you can buy us lunch then. And I said, it's not going to happen. So that didn't happen.
Aw. Like, I do understand the halvesies on, like, if you're paying for a location and a videographer. Like,
I was just going to film with my iPhone. I'm not kidding.
I know. I know you're not kidding, and I know how much that shit sells.
It does. It sells even better because it's like raw, and you're like, I just pulled out my camera while we're fucking. Oh yeah, this is great.
Right? Like, pull out my camera, drop my pants, and it's on.
It's on. Donkey Kong. Get it?
And I'm sure that, you know, the fan base wants to feel like, oh yeah, that's so hot. She just, you know, couldn't stop herself. She just wanted to fuck instead of, oh, this was very planned.
You know, yes. And my male counterpart, the male talent that I usually work with for content, they do so much better than me, just because like I do want it, like I do, and I mean, and they get that like. They're guys that are following them. They're like, oh, wow, like she really wants him. And it's like very true. But then my guys that watch that content, they're jealous. They're like, oh, she's with someone else. Oh, fuck. Oh, she's my girlfriend. It's like, am I?
No, bro. She's not. She couldn't pick you out of a lineup.
Maybe not. So they just like to see me and my porn. And that's pretty much it for me and my...
Well, hopefully by the end of this, they'll be interested in hearing what you have to say, too.
You know, I am educated. I do have a lot to offer.
Whoa, you're educated? Once again, why are you here?
Right.
Why are you here right now? This is not the show for educated people.
I mean,
I should be screening people, be like, do you have a degree? I'm not booking you.
I do.
I know you do. I know.
Yeah.
Like, I know you actually had a professional career before this.
I mean, I was selling weed, like, legally.
That's very much a career.
Yeah, it was. But then, like, I got laid off, and then I was like, oh, let me get some more education. And I got my real estate license, and I was like, wait, that doesn't make you money, like, right away. So, porn it was.
It's okay. There's plenty of people that have bounced between real estate and porn.
It's so true. It's actually very true.
And the best part is, as you get more connected in the industry, you'll meet plenty of people that have disposable income and want to buy houses outside of their tax bracket.
Oh, that would be phenomenal. I'll be the referral agent of your dreams.
Right? And it's like, what? I get 3% to show you this house you can barely afford? Perfect.
Free blowjobs for everyone. Just kidding.
I'm not quite up on California's code of conduct for realtors, but I feel like that might be a violation.
Probably against the ethics code, for sure.
Probably. Yeah. Especially if like you have to blow the other party's realtor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, get 100,000 off the house. Let's do it.
I mean, then you could definitely market that you had a $100,000 blowjob.
That would be awesome. I'm pretty sure, like, once I give Kieran Lee a blowjob, it's gonna amount to about that. For him.
Once again, why are you here right now? Why are you not trying to like...
For him, not for me.
Well, I mean, you should get some residual off of it.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, no, that's actually a thing with porn stars. I've never gotten residual off of a shoot.
Nah, that's just not how the industry technically is structured.
No.
But in all honesty, you probably don't want it to be. Do you really want to have to track down these companies and try to audit their books for your residuals?
I don't. I would pay someone to, though.
Right, but would you actually make enough money to justify paying a forensic accountant to actually go through their fucking books to get whatever the fuck you're owed?
No, I mean, I'm grateful for the job that it is, and hopefully it gets me enough promotion, for my cam.
Well, and hopefully, do you enjoy camming?
I love camming.
Do you really?
I really do.
Nice.
Yeah. You know why? Because it's like, okay, all I have to do is lay in my bed all day long. I don't want to be anywhere else other than like the beach, or like, yeah, getting fucked somewhere. But yeah,
Being on a podcast, not on that list.
I do. I genuinely enjoy podcasts too.
I'm just busting your balls.
I do. I'm such a literal person.
Oh no.
Deal with me.
It's going to be bad by the end. It's like, I think Matt hated me. He just kept talking shit.
You're too nice.
I'm also wildly sarcastic. So,
yeah.
What you were saying?
I don't really understand sarcasm. I must be like on the autistic scale for that. I mean, not judging anyone, but seriously, ever since school days, whenever people were sarcastic to me, I'd be like, huh? Like, I didn't understand. Maybe if I was drinking too, I would get it. I need a drink sometimes to actually understand people. Because let's be honest, being sober in this world, oh my God.
No, I don't get people who want a raw dog life. I don't get it.
Yeah, I raw dog life for the most part. It's crazy.
You still smoke weed or?
I used to, but for whatever reason this year, I'm 31, and it kept making me feel like I was having a heart attack every time I smoked. And so I can't do it anymore. It sucks.
Well, at least you have caffeine. You have some stimulants at least.
I get caffeine, coffee. I love those Celsius drinks, electrolytes, freaking water.
I know. When we were setting this up, she's like, "Do you have water?" I get water.
Just with lime. It's my shit.
Like, happy to accommodate as long as you're okay with me drinking during the middle of the day.
Definitely.
To be fair, I'm drinking like cold brew whiskey, so.
Oh my gosh, yeah, coffee. We're vibing.
Right, I'm trying to match your energies. It's just a little booze in here.
A little booze, just a lot of booze. At least it's from Ireland, so it's authentic. Whiskey.
True, very true. Would you rather be camming or actually on set more often?
You can only lay in your bed so long where you're like, okay, I gotta get out of bed.
I guess. I mean, when the bed sores start forming, you probably should get out of bed.
I mean, I can do myself as long as I can, but you need that human interaction. I do need the balance of camming and set life. But I genuinely probably couldn't be on set every day.
Why not?
Well, I do live in Orange County, so the drive is, it's very far. It's like a 2-hour, hour and a half, 2-hour drive up here with no Tesla. So that's, it guzzles the gas. But aside from that, I mean, I guess maybe I could. I just am more of a loner. I like to be alone. But then I don't like to be alone. I'm such a girl. I just want everything I can't have, and I have everything that I don't want.
Have you not been able to find a dude who's just neglectful?
Actually, my last boyfriend was totally neglectful. He didn't even bat an eye when I told him I was a porn star. Not even
Were you two still together at that point?
Oh, yeah, we were together.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you discuss this with him before you started shooting?
No, not at all. Just a couple months into shooting, I was like, hey, babe, by the way.
How long were you two together at that point?
4.5 years.
What the fuck?
I know.
Why was it not a discussion with him at all?
Dude, bro, he had baggage. So I think he just put up with literally everything I did that whole relationship.
So you just abused him for 4 years?
No. Oh my gosh.
What? Once again, that was a joke.
I loved him. See? I don't get it. No, he was we were together for 5 years. Yes. I'm pretty sure I was the only girl he was with the whole time.
So it was established non-monogamous, or?
It was established throughout the whole relationship. I told him I was banging other people, and he just, like I said, he didn't bat an eye. He just did not show any emotion about it whatsoever. And so I was like, well, okay.
Like
He's
no
not paying.
discussion at all. He wasn't like,
No.
okay, cool, or
Well, okay, so when I told him I was a porn star, he just goes, okay. And I was like, did you know? Like, did you like have a feeling that's why I was going to Miami and staying there for 2 weeks at a time? Like, did you really think I was just doing solos? Like, and he's like, I had a feeling. And I was like, do you care? Like, are we good? And he's like, I mean, I understand. You know, like you've been in this like spot where you really want to get like to the next level financially, and it makes sense. It's just like,
that's too chill.
you need to fucking care. You need to fucking care.
Would you have preferred if he had like blown up and like been upset about it?
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely it wasn't until we actually broke up that he finally blew up on me, but it wasn't even about that.
What was it about?
He had a baby mama. So he took his ex baby mama and their kid to New York on a family trip. Just the three of them. And I was like, get the fuck out of my bed. No kidding. You know, I was just so mad because I was like, okay, I was honest with you about being a porn star. Like, it was so hard to tell him because I thought, okay, well, I might lose him. I love this guy, but I love doing porn and I'm not going to stop. So it was like so hard for me to be honest. And he couldn't even be honest with me about something like that.
What did he tell you the trip was?
He said it was a family trip. So I just thought maybe it was like, you know, his parents and siblings. And maybe he was just, they would usually go on a trip every summer. So I thought, oh, nothing of it. And then I was like, so who went? And he's like, my ex. I was like, uh-huh. Who else? Our kid. Who else? It was just us. I was like, are you fucking serious? Like, I know I do porn, but how dare you?
Like, that's real feels. What the fuck?
Oh my God. It was so miserable. Yeah.
So I'm curious, why wasn't a discussion with him before you started?
Because he wasn't paying my bills. So he couldn't tell me what I could and couldn't do.
Well, I'm not saying he shouldn't be able to tell you what to do, but like, why was it not something that was broached with him beforehand?
Honestly, I was like not really concerned about the relationship. I was like more concerned about my income.
Fair.
Yeah.
Because it's just one of those things, like, even if dude's paying your bills, like, if you're in a partnership and he is covering the majority of the bills, he still shouldn't be able to dictate how you live your fucking life.
Well, I totally agree with that. Yeah, I don't think so. But, like, it would have been a different story if we were, like, financially intertwined. Yeah. Because, yeah, like, I mean, that's like going in the direction of being like a real couple, but we obviously weren't.
After 5 years, you two weren't a real couple?
I guess not. Yeah.
So you just, stayed in the situationship for 5 years.
It was yes, exactly. It was a situationship and it was for 5 years. Well, because I was engaged before that. So I kind of just like wanted to chill.
For 5 years.
For 5 years. Yeah. It was so embarrassing.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Yeah. I mean, it was crazy. I can't believe that I was in it for that long. But I really I loved the human he was. And I was like, oh, well, he puts up with a lot with me. I'm just going to put up with this non-committal weird shit.
So you wanted him to commit and he just wouldn't?
At certain points during the relationship, yeah, I did want him to commit. And he would, but then it wouldn't go anywhere. I was like, okay, can I meet your kid? I never met his kid.
In 5 years?
5 years I didn't.
That's fucked.
It's fucked.
That's fucked.
It is fucked. Yeah. Yeah.
That of anything is fucked.
Yeah, but then it finally, people are going to hate me for saying this, but I genuinely, I was like, maybe it's not a good idea if I do, because if this really isn't going anywhere, it's not fair to the kid for me to be involved in his life,
Oh, I agree. Kids get fucking attached. And it's weird to explain to them that, like, where the fuck did my new mommy go?
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure the ex didn't want me to get involved. So.
Yeah, but there's a point where, like, it's not the ex's fucking call.
Exactly. And that's when this whole New York trip, family trip they went on, I find he's in my bed naked and I'm naked. And I'm like, I can't fuck this guy right now. Like, that's not like me. If I can't fuck someone, then they need to go.
Was that the first time that's happened in your life? You're like, I can't fuck right now. It's a weird feeling.
No, I've been in that situation before. Mm-hmm. But I have no. That's the thing. It's like once it's off for me, it's done. Like that's it. Like no more. Like it was like I have a nice life, and I just never looked back.
It's a good skill to have.
Yeah.
Especially like during the pandemic, so many people fucking called exes and shit like that. Mm-hmm. I miss you.
It's probably why we stayed together for so long. I tried to date during that time, but it was really hard.
Why? What happened?
Everyone had such different opinions, Do we wear a mask when we meet? Like, it was like I was living in Long Beach at the time. So I did actually go on like a Bumble date or something. During this time, this guy really did wear his mask the whole time. And like we were outside walking on the beach. So it was just so awkward. Such a weird time.
I mean, that's definitely awkward. But on the other hand, it's like he's showing that, like, because he doesn't know you, he's showing he's being respectful. Because it's like,
yeah, true. I didn't think about it like that.
Because like, if you're like, yo, bro, take the mask off.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, okay. I was just trying to be respectful towards you.
Yeah, see. He was just trying to be respectful.
Right, because he doesn't know what you're comfortable with or whatnot. Mm-hmm. Like, I totally get that move.
Yeah. He seemed like a really good guy, but he also like seriously just wanted to fuck. And I was like, I haven't even seen your mouth.
Well, maybe if you'd wanted to fuck him, you would have. Maybe.
Probably.
You would have kept the mask on while fucking. That would have been weird.
Oh my God. See, that would have been weird.
But then again, that would have been an amazing story. You'd be like, I'm doing podcasts. So during the pandemic, I hooked up with this guy who refused to take the mask off while we were fucking.
That would be awesome. I would love that story.
See? You fucked up.
I fucked up. I should have fucked the guy with the mask.
I mean, we could call him.
No. Oh, no. Please, no.
Oh, come on. We could call him and you'd be like, yo, I'm down, but you got to keep the mask on.
Yeah, just keep it on. Like, but why don't you just put a mask over your whole face like Teddy Tarantino? Please?
You didn't have pretty eyes? Aw.
He had pretty eyes.
See, you got to at least.
Wait, who, Teddy or the guy?
I don't know. One.
Yeah, they both have pretty eyes.
So, I just think you fucked up.
I know, it's okay. I'll live. He won't, probably.
Why'd you murder him? What?
No.
Like, that's why we can't call him, Matt. I killed his ass.
Live with himself for not revealing him whole self on the date.
He'll see you on the internet and be like, I coulda. God damn it.
Yeah, that's like part of, you know what? When I started doing porn, when I started my OnlyFans, I was like, I did have this vision. I was like, I'm going to go really far with this. And then a few months later, lo and behold, I'm doing porn. And I just thought like of the guy that I always wanted, like the guy, like his name is Mark and I won't say his last name, but I wanted this guy through high school. I wanted this guy throughout my 20s. Oh my God. We had the best sex ever. And he had like always had a girlfriend, but like he would call me. I was always the girl he would call to fuck. Like, so anyway, I want this guy so bad. And he ends up blocking me like maybe a year ago. And I was like, you know what? Fine. Then you're going to have to see me. You're going to have to see me when you watch porn. I'll be there.
Why did he block you?
Okay. He blocked me because I told him that I don't fuck with people who don't respond to me. He like left me on scene and I was like, I don't spend my time with people. Like, I don't waste my time with people who leave me on scene. And boom, he blocks me. That's like the 4th time he's blocked me.
This sounds really healthy.
It's really bad.
In my unprofessional opinion.
It's really bad. Yeah. Yeah.
Have you checked to see if he's unblocked you since?
No, I haven't.
Don't. Please don't.
I won't. I'm not that. See, the thing is, I'm always the one who blocks. So when he did that to me, I was like, ooh, good move.
So that really fucking stung, huh?
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, no one blocks me. But, he did.
Excuse me 1 sec. I got to do something. I was going to block you real quick.
Oh, no. Oh my God. You'll keep me wanting you forever.
Well, now I'm definitely doing it.
No. Don't do it.
What? To be promised with you wanting me forever if I do it? Like, what is my motivation to not do it?
Right? I'll think of you every time I do porn and just hope that you're watching.
You're blocked. You're totally blocked. I'm totally blocking you. I'll block you on all social media and everything. I'll just have your publicist promote this. Like,
oh my God. Watch. He's going to watch this and be like, oh my God, she's actually fucking talking about me. Oh, God. Yeah, he got mad. He blocked me for that one time, talking about him.
Really?
Yeah, because he accused me of some shit I didn't do.
What do you accuse you of?
Dude, I can't even go there, honestly.
Well, if you didn't do it.
I really didn't do it. But, yeah, like, he blocked me, and I was like, yo, like, and then I told his best friend, who I was also fucking.
Did they know about each other?
Yeah, they do. It's probably why he doesn't want anything serious with me.
Well, maybe if you want something serious, you'd stop fucking his friend.
Yeah, well, I mean, he wouldn't fuck me, so fuck your best friend.
Wow, the best friend's got to feel horrible. Like, I'm the consolation prize.
Yeah, it wasn't that good. His friend always wanted to put it in my butt, and I was just like, okay, that's just going to be like if you're not a butt girl, it's a turn off totally. Like, I really think that you want butts only. So I was like, no, I'm done.
It's weird, like, to just be like, oh, I want anal all the time. Was he hung like this and that was the only way it could be tight?
Like, no. Like, this guy is totally normal size dick and everything. I'm just like, I just think I don't understand the fascination with buttholes. I really think it's like just so dirty.
Oh, it is.
So
but that's why it's taboo and that's why it's hot sometimes.
Yeah. True. I get it.
And I generally am not a person who's like, oh yeah, butt stuff. But it's occasionally when I'm drunk, it's just like, yeah, butt stuff.
Yeah, okay. Yes, when I've been drunk, that's the only time that I've been like, let's shove it in my ass. Like, once. Literally only one time.
Just the one time?
Yeah, I've only done it one time.
Was it good at least?
I think it was. From what I remember, like, it's imprinted in my brain. And yeah, like, it was fine. And this guy had a monster cock. I could not believe it went in my ass.
Assholes are hungry.
That night it was, yeah. Because we just fucked, like, that guy and we fucked so much that, like, it was like, okay, what else we need to, like, do something new. Like, because we're just fucking all the time, so.
Do you do anything in relationships besides fuck? Like,
honestly, not much. Not much.
So you're looking for a negligent guy who will just fuck you constantly.
I mean, now that I do it, like, now that I'm like a porn star, I don't need it every day, all day. Like, I like to save it for my scenes. I especially want to be, like, able to do my scenes. So I don't necessarily need, like, someone to fuck me all the time, but it would be nice. But yeah, no, I'm just I save the energy now for, like, cam and porn, and as soon as I get a boyfriend, I'll say something totally different.
Oh, of course, that's always the case.
Yeah.
Like, I know you're still relatively new. Do not fall into the trap of the dude who's like, Captain Save a Ho, and like, oh, you should do girl now only and shit like that.
Fuck that. If he can't handle what I do, he's just not confident enough in himself and in our connection and my goals and stuff like that.
I agree. But is the fucking tale as old as time in this industry.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden someone will get into a relationship. It's like, oh, I'm only doing girl now, or I'm only camming, and it will wreck your wallet. And generally, the dude who is not confident enough to, be what he signed up for, because you are a porn star, and it is what he signed up for.
I'm a porn star. New guy I'm talking to. And it's never going to change.
Right. In a lot of cases, that's what is attracting the dude.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
For a dude to be like, yeah, I'm banging what other people are masturbating to. Like, my girl's so hot that like all of you want her. And then it sets in you have to go to set and actually, go to work.
Yeah.
And a lot of dudes are like,
I know. I haven't run into that just yet.
You will.
I know. I'm about to because, ever since my ex and I broke up, I have been like wanting that connection of like having somebody like that I really care about and that cares about me. And like maybe want like there's plenty of people in porn who are married. Like, I mean, most of the guys I fuck are married.
But the majority of them are married to other people in the industry.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, I guess maybe I just haven't run into my person on set yet or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, but you got to be careful even dating within the industry because it's just like sometimes people's drama like, oh, you can't work with this dude. Like your no list will just you can still work, but your no list will just fucking explode.
Oh my gosh. I never really thought about that. Yeah. And there's this one guy I do content with who we just went to this party like a couple weeks ago. It was like an industry party. Okay. He had already told one of the other girls he's fucking that like he's going with her. And so, but then I'm like, hey, I need to park at your house maybe. Is that okay? Can I can I park at your house for this party? Yeah, well, why don't you just come with us? But by the way, I'm hanging out with this person though too. And I was like, all right, whatever. Like we all fuck. Like it doesn't bother me. But yeah, like I didn't realize like, oh shit, even though like it's an industry person and I'm doing content and I know there's not supposed to be any feelings, no feelings whatsoever. I felt some type of way when I went to go get my bag and they were fucking. I felt left out. I was like, well, I should be in there too.
It's rude not to invite you in.
Honestly, it kind of was. It kind of was. I hope they don't get mad at me for this because they totally know who they are. But you should have invited me.
Your feelings were hurt. Like, how dare they get upset that your feelings were hurt?
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't coming from a malicious place on their part.
No.
They're not like, we're going to fuck in front of her and make her feel like shit.
No,
you were just feeling left out. That's normal human fucking feelings. Oh my God. If someone gets upset with you for that's fucked.
I mean, I just wanted some tits in my face and some dick in my puss. Like, what
Who doesn't want those things in life?
That? Yeah.
Who doesn't want those?
Like, it's the best of. Come on, guys. I'm right here.
Apparently, you're just one block away from obsession. So,
oh my God, no!
You just told me a minute ago if I blocked you, you would never forget me. So.
Listen, I'm an Aries. We're fire signs are borderline fucking intense.
Borderline?
We're pretty intense.
You seem a little intense, just a little.
And the guy who blocked me is an Aries, so yeah, super intense people. Like we should, like it's either like we totally work, or we totally don't. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm just an Aries. That's all.
I'm just from an outside observation. It sounds like it didn't work more than it worked.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Yeah, and I totally attract these Aries for sex because we're just the best at it. Like Kylie Rocket and I, we have the same birthday.
Nice.
And then this other the talent that I fuck, his birthday is one day after mine. Like Aries. And did you know Jenna Jameson is an Aries? She follows me.
That's awesome.
I know, it's pretty awesome.
How did that happen?
Shit. I think it's just because my intensity attracted her. On Instagram, I was like, I like everything because I genuinely like everything she posts. And yeah, if I were to have like an idol in porn, it would definitely be Jenna Jameson. I just think she's so beautiful. And I love that she's with a woman now because it seems to be going really well for her. So I just want to show her my support, right, on Instagram. And I think she noticed it. And then, now she's following I Am Whitney OC.
That's awesome.
I know.
That's awesome. Well, and you got to admire Jenna for the bag she made back in the day.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Well, she did not invest her money poorly. She bought fucking real estate. She, sold Club Jenna to Playboy back in the day when both those were things. She fucking killed it. And I got to say, as a performer, and being a very horny young man in her heyday, Jenna legitimately sold it that she loved every fucking scene. Like, if you look at old school Jenna Jameson scenes, like, she's looking back at her partner, like, giving them the over the shoulder while they're in doggy. Like,
yes.
She did a really good job of selling it. Like, this is the best dick I've ever had every time.
Yes.
And we obviously know it's acting. It couldn't have been the best dick every time.
But she made it.
But she made it look like that.
Yeah.
Not enough performers can fucking do that. Like, anyone can get fucked. Not everyone can sell it like this is the best time ever, when we all know in reality this very well may not be.
True. Yeah, I've definitely been in those scenes where zero attraction to the guy, and I still just that's the person I try to channel. I'm like, fucking just love it. Like, just love it. Like, make him think you love it, because they will think you love it, and that's who you're doing it for. You're not doing it for you. Like, you're doing it for the fans.
It's performative.
Yes.
And that's one thing that more dudes need to understand and not be so fucking upset about in the fucking, when actually being romantically involved with performers, is like stories like that. You show up to fucking set and you're like, I don't want to fuck this dude. I'm at work.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice when you get the talent the night before and they don't change it up on you the day of, which has definitely happened to me several times.
Nature of the beast.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, I know what I'm going into. I know what I'm doing. I know I can get myself to be something about this person I could be attracted to. And I've had, like, honestly, like, the worst of the worst in the business, I think. And a lot of other performers would agree with me on this.
Oh, you had Ron Jeremy before he went to jail?
No. Okay, no. No. Okay, so never mind. Pretty damn close. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was yeah. There's.
I mean, that's rough. If it's close to Ron. Oof.
No, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like comparing. Just about the same level of attraction I would have had to that guy, I probably had to these. There was only 2 that I've done, and I've been like, oh, fuck that. I'm never doing that again.
So what was the disconnect on the attraction? Just like not your type, or?
Yeah. I mean, what's great about me is that I really can find something very, like, attractive about anyone. I really can. It's almost like, okay, I know these guys are just, like, basically paying for sex. Like, they're not, like, concerned about the audience as much as they are, like, just trying to get it with someone that they are attracted to.
Ugh.
And they know needs the money. So that was, like, in the beginning for me, it sucked.
That's horrible.
Yeah, but, it's like, I don't ever like to, like, rag on, directors or talent or anything like that, because I said yes to the job. Like, I'm the one who, like, I could have said no to the job. I've said no to anal, So it was more like, okay, I really wanted to do these scenes, and unfortunately that was the talent. And it's just like a drunk night when you go out and you're like, oh, I didn't mean fuck that guy, damn it. Oh well, what am I gonna do about it now?
I mean, I hate to break it to you, I've never had a drunk night where I fucked a dude.
Well, I mean, if you were into dudes, I'd be like, that's too bad. But
no,
I'm into dudes.
I have definitely stuck my dick in some bucket of yuck, but.
So you know what I mean?
Oh no, I definitely know what you mean.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, fuck, I can't wipe that from my brain, but I really wanted that scene. I'm glad I did it. I really wanted the money, and I mean.
Oh yeah, no, I've definitely fucked some people. I was like, why did I fuck them? So, well, not sober, but I didn't fucking make any money on the deal.
Oh,
I had nothing to show for it, but sour times and memories to tell on this show.
Oh no! Like, okay, please tell me one time, just one time. I'm giving you all this shit about me.
I'm trying to think of one that like I haven't regularly told on air because like,
oh my gosh, yeah.
There's
anything recent?
Nothing recent. I have actually recently been trying to be fucking good about this. Like, there's some girl I met in a bar like probably over a year ago at this point, and she just keeps Snapchatting me nudes.
Oh.
And it's like, come over and fuck me. Come over and fuck me. And it's just like, it's not really where I want to be. But a couple times I've gotten a couple too many of them and be like, well, this would be effortless.
Right.
And like, I'm trying to be a more mature adult and not do it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I've been succeeding so far.
Good.
10 years ago, 100% would have been over there and probably popped one in her and been like, why did I do that? And then it's not even so much that I feel bad about like necessarily fucking someone I'm not into, but it's just like, I don't really want to fuck with someone else's feelings like that at this point. Like,
you're so good.
I have to actually give consideration to that because holy fuck, in 2014, I fucked a lot of people drunk and a lot of them I did not, I refer to as masturbating inside them. Like,
oh my God. There's definitely been enough dudes masturbating inside of me. I understand what. Thank you for not doing that to us girls.
Yeah.
We're appreciative.
Oh no, if she's hotter, I might have still, but
oh no. Oh man.
Completely
See, and that's my problem. Is like, okay, even a director told me this, and I'm really not trying to toot my own horn, but they'll go, you're just too hot. That's the problem with me. I've too many dudes just I've given it away so easily before porn. And like, I fucked more people before porn than now. Like,
well, yeah, obviously. There's only like 20 dudes that do porn.
I know.
Like, I'm tired of them all already.
Well, I could never get tired of Isaiah Maxwell.
Isaiah's such a good dude.
That will go down in history. That's him. He is such a good dude. Yeah.
It's much easier to like be out there being a slut than
it's too easy. Like, it's not that easy for some girls that like they need to be more attractive or whatever. And like, not saying they're not attractive. I don't know these girls, but for the girls that are good looking or whatever, or they just have this sex appeal, like, I just want to encourage them to like keep it in their pants. Like you don't need the validation. You already have it. Like,
yeah, but
get paid.
If they're not comfortable getting paid, I wouldn't suggest to anyone getting into this industry if they don't know the pitfalls. I have civilian friends over the years who have come to me like, I'm in a tight financial situation. I'm thinking about doing porn. I'm like, you need to sit down and really give this consideration before you enter the fucking industry.
100%.
This is not for fucking everybody.
Oh my God, no. And you realize that within the first, you hear this from people who have been in the business for a long time. They're like, within the first 6 months, you'll know if this is like for you or not. And yeah, I'm happy to say it's been a very good, there have been those 2 experiences, but even those, it's still been so great. And I love it. But yeah, first of all, I don't want the competition. So please don't come into my industry. But also, I think women should really wait until they're older. Even though, yeah, we need teens. No, we really don't. I just would never want a woman to not 100% know if this is for her for the next 5 to 10 years and affect you for 20, 30 and ever.
Or be in for 6 months and have it affect you for 10.
Yeah. And those, it's financial, if you're in a financial spot, dude, go Uber Eats. That's what I did. When I was starting my OnlyFans and everything, I was Uber Eating. I was doing any get out, serving gigs. I was doing everything and anything just to make it before I started porn and then camming. So yeah, there's so many options out there. I'll give you my referral code.
You just want that kickback. I got it.
No.
I got it.
No, I don't really Uber Eats anymore. And I wouldn't recommend it in California. No, don't do that.
But I'm of the opinion, like, any person who's like willingly being like, you should do porn, you should not trust.
If someone's pressuring you to get into porn, like they might not be a director that any of our agents work with. So
Right. Well, and it's just
stay away from those people.
they probably don't have your best interest at heart.
Yeah.
Because as I said, any friend of mine who's been like, oh, I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I break it down like, okay, first and foremost, relationships are going to be hard.
Really hard.
2, this is not a protected class. So what you do on the internet is there forever.
Forever.
And if you end up wanting to get back into the professional workforce, there's nothing stopping a future employer from just firing you because you did porn.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Then you deal with the social stigma. You deal with the fact that you are most likely going to catch an STI of some flavor.
At some point.
Right. It's just the nature of the beast.
Yeah, that's, what's weird though is like I've definitely got more STDs when I was not in porn because no one's, making you get tested. Like today I was on my way to get tested and I told the guy I'm talking to, like, hey, before we even meet, like, I just think this would be important for me because this kind of like is my job. It depends on it. I don't even want to kiss you unless you're tested. They swab our throat. So it's a real thing. Like, and I do appreciate that about the industry for sure. But yeah, I mean, there are some fuckheads in the industry who are younger and who don't really respect it and are just blowing their loads and their and whoever, and they are the ones that fuck it up for us for sure.
Unfortunately, like some things are beyond their control. Like people get cheated on, like people are in monogamous or off-screen monogamous relationships with people, so they think. And
right.
There's a lot of ways the talent pool can get contaminated.
Totally true. And that's also why I think I have been like open to the idea of dating someone in the industry because I just think it would be a lot safer because they really get it and they're not like, I don't know, like some people are like more aware. But yeah, that does happen. And that does suck for us. Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's like being a stunt performer. It's like if you do stunts, there's a possibility you're going to get injured doing stunts. This is what you signed up for. But heaven forbid you went to a mainstream set to like do stunts and no one told you like you may possibly get injured doing this.
Right. Yeah. And I think like a lot of those issues lie more in the OnlyFans pools because like it's just content creators.
There's no oversight.
No, but that's the problem with the people in our industry who don't stay within the mainstream, talent because it's like, oh, like I'm gonna fuck all these girls and like they're all just content creators. They don't get tested, like hardly ever. And if they do, then they're probably doing really well. And I would even consider them in our mainstream like pool. But yeah, if you're thirsty, just don't get in the business. It's just not for you. Like it's totally the opposite, I think.
Oh yeah, because it's a business. It's not. It's not about here to get your fucking rocks off.
No. Yeah, exactly.
I've never wanted to have my dick on film. I've never been male talent, and like I've never wanted the job. But I'm a whore outside of work. Like as I said, it's a conscious effort to not go over and fuck that girl. Like because it's like, oh, this will be zero effort, conscious effort. Every time I get Snapchatted, I need to be like, I could go fuck her. I could go do this right now. No, being a better person. Trying.
Trying. PSA. Be a better person. Whether you're in porn, whether, you're in a sales job, the medical, I don't care. Politics, be a better person.
Try at least. You may not succeed, but at least try.
Especially politics.
I don't feel like you get into modern politics to be a good person. Like,
No, I've like considered that. I'm like, well, shit. Okay, if I wasn't doing porn, what would I be doing? Like, because I really do care about the world. I like do, but fuck, man. I couldn't get into politics because I think I'm just too good of a person.
Well, and it's one of those things where, like, I feel like some people do get in with good intentions. And then the minute you're in politics and having to toe party lines and having to conform to what your peers are doing to get anything accomplished, like, the ability to be a good person goes right out the fucking window.
Yeah, and see, that's the issue, is like who you surround yourself. I was just telling my girlfriend's friend the other day. I was like, yo, who you surround yourself with is who you become. And she's like, what? I've never heard that before. Okay, that's like all I pay attention to is like who I surround myself. I will sit at home with my cat and my cam over going to the bar with a random friend because like I'm having a lonely day. Like, genuinely, no. I've stopped all of that just because I'm like, I just want to surround myself with people who are gonna bring me to the next level of where I want to go in life. And like,
once again, why are you here?
you know what? You have a nice apartment. You got great vibes.
Don't tell the internet I have a nice apartment. That's so off brand.
Well, you do. You know, you got your shit together. So many people
don't have my shit together. That's totally a lie for the internet.
Oh my God. So sorry, guys. He's all over the place. I can't keep up.
Totally do not have my shit together.
This apartment is falling apart.
Perfect. So you up for the Best Actress AVN right now on that performance?
Thank you. Yes, I can't wait to get nominated. See, they're gonna nominate me or like try to get some nominations in for Best New Starlet, and that's like for next year. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I do not believe I'm the best. I don't do anal. Like, there are girls who actually deserve that a lot more than me. Hottest new starlet, I will take it.
Well, it's just best.
Shit.
Yeah, but that's not an acting award. That's just best new starlet.
There's not a hottest.
It's kind of lumped in there.
All right. Well, I mean, I am a really good actress.
I know.
Yeah.
Convinced me that like my apartment's not nice.
I mean, like, it does need some work.
See? There it is. There it fucking is. But
yeah.
there are separate Best Actress awards.
Okay. Like hottest? Because I think I'm the hottest. I really do.
Nothing wrong with that. Fucking self-confidence is sexy.
But like, I do. Yeah, I do. I think my boobs are like natural and they're like smaller than I would like them to be. But I have the nicest ass on the planet.
I'm glad you think. Wait a minute. You don't know if your boobs are natural. You just think
I think they're not. They're natural. Yeah. Yes, they're definitely. I mean, you can tell they're natural.
I will take your word for it.
They're natural, but yeah, my butt needs some recognition in the world for sure. Do they have best new butt or like?
I think they just have best ass.
Best ass. Oh, you know what? That is me.
It doesn't necessarily have to be a new ass.
No BBL. Okay, I have gotten no work done on my body, and I deserve an award for that. I do. I do. Do you know how many girls get BBLs in this business?
Yes.
It's wild. It's wild. And I'm like, why would they get an award over me when I'm just born with it?
Because science is magical.
I know. I sound so fucked up right now. I don't care. Honestly, that's the thing. Is like, I got into porn and I had to have zero care for what people would think about me whatsoever.
Exactly. You will never survive in this industry if you're fucking driven by other people's opinions.
You'll never survive in this world if you're driven by other people's. I mean, you will survive, but you ain't gonna thrive.
I wholeheartedly agree. It's just one of those things like, I had a recent thing where like people got fucking bullied by anonymous people on the internet about shit they said on here, and like shit had to get cut.
What?
Yeah, because they were just worried about, I can't believe, as the host of the show, I'm happy to cut whatever my guest wants cut.
Yeah.
You don't have to give me a reason. Like, I just don't want that out there. Happy to cut it.
Sure.
But it doesn't sit well with me when it's like, oh, your reasoning behind this is some fucking asshole on the internet that you don't know is trying to bully you.
Like a bot troll.
I think it was a legit person, but like not like one step above bot troll. Like trying to bully you because of something you said on here. It's just like, it's like it feels like letting the terrorists win.
See, I agree. I totally agree with that. I did comment one time because there was another guy who is in the biz. And well, he's not in the biz, but like he does a podcast and it's a very well-known podcast. And I commented on one thing he was bullying. He was not bullying someone. He was making fun of someone like blatantly on Instagram. And his followers are so loyal to him that the one comment I made, all I said was, this isn't nice, just saying. That is it. I didn't say you're a shithead, fuck you. I didn't say anything against him. All I said was, this isn't nice, because it wasn't. And I was like, man, this guy like totally interviews so many people from the industry and it's just giving a bad look. Like, anyway, he obviously doesn't care what I think about him, but he does think my butt is fake. Anyway.
So are you going to go on Plug Talk and prove him wrong?
It's not Plug Talk. It's not Plug Talk, but it's very close. So yeah.
There's only so many.
There's only like 3, 4. So yeah, his followers just annihilated. They just went in on me for that comment to where like I didn't want to deal with it anymore. So I just deleted my comment because I was like, fuck this. Like, I'm not getting in a war right now over something that is totally valid. Like, he's making fun of a like girl who's just doing her job and whatever. And it's totally his right to put whatever he wants on the internet. And these people are like, I don't know. They twisted it so hard that like I realize you're just, like you said, just letting I didn't let the terrorist win. I won by just removing the comments. I was not going to give them any ammo to like continue on about me. Oh my God. I was just like, wow. But yeah, there are those people out there who literally sit on their phones all day long and just rip people apart on social media. And I just feel so sad for them because they totally want to be us and they'll never be.
It's the most important thing that they have going on in their life. Like,
I know.
Do you really want to live your life being ruled by someone that the most important thing they have going on is commenting on social media?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh, that's cute.
See, I regularly fight with people in the comment section on YouTube just for the engagement. Like, I will fight with them, and then they'll say something really ignorant. I'm like, by the way, thanks for the engagement.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, yes, but like, it was giving him engagement more than me. So
right? No, I don't knock your plan and be like, yeah, exit this bullshit. Now, if it drove traffic to your fucking IG, I'd be like,
it did. Actually, it did. I think I got a fan out of it.
Well, hopefully you can convert more than one. That ass should convert more than one.
It's so true. I just asked my backup Instagram, like, why aren't you following me? And I put an actual photo of me, like, when a dick was in me. Like, but, like, it's only my face.
Oh, okay.
So, like, you can't see the dick. But, like, it's my face. I'm getting fucked in that. And I was like, okay, they're going to respond to this. Like, why aren't you following my OnlyFans? And, like, yeah, I got a bunch of different responses. But I got engagement. Sex sells, bro.
I know. Oh, I know. Wait a minute, I know. Like, I would have taken over the world if I was a hot girl. I would have taken over the fucking world.
Oh my gosh. See, I really wish that could happen. I mean,
you wish I could take over the world? Thank you.
I do. You seem like a great person. I would totally support you.
Well, you are right now.
You're a hot girl.
Oh, wow.
I'm just kidding.
Wow. Wow. It's like, nah. Mid-tier dude, not supporting you.
No, that's not true.
Which part? Mid-tier or not supporting?
You want me to comment on how nice your apartment is again?
Wow. We're specifically talking about me. She's like, I'm going to just change the subject to your apartment. Just change the subject. I don't want to. That was an uncomfortable question. Just going to change the subject to your apartment. What you have materially purchased with your money. That's nice.
We can talk about my ex-boyfriends some more if you want.
Like anything but having to actually comment on that. Anything.
I mean, I don't mind. They might, but I don't. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I really don't.
Well, and I've been led to believe like part of what you were upset about with some of the exes is like that you used to send them nudes and like got nothing fucking from it.
Right? They'd never paid for my nudes. They still have them. I'm sure they jack off to them all the time.
Do you think they're jacking off to stills?
Absolutely. Me? Yes.
So modest.
This ass? Absolutely.
Did you ever make any like homemade shit with them or?
I did. Yeah. I did.
What happened to it?
I know my ex probably still has it, and he probably still watches it.
That turned you on a little bit that he's still jerking off to it?
I mean, it does make me happy. Yeah. I always want all of the ex-boyfriends I've ever had to just think about me, especially when they get in a new relationship. You know, now they have porn. They can watch me get fucked by other dudes. And they're like, yeah, because like I fucked up and I fucked up royally. So now this is the only way to her. And I'm stoked about that.
So how have the dudes fucked up? Like besides the one who went on an unauthorized trip, how else historically have the dudes fucked up?
Unauthorized trip. Oh my gosh. I mean, they just like couldn't handle my greatness and just left.
What does that mean?
Okay, so I've definitely had like ex-boyfriends who've been extremely jealous, and I just don't put up with that for one day. Not one.
What were they jealous about? Like your social media following, just dudes flirting with you, which is not something you can fucking control.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to give you an example. So just recently, I met someone who is only an OnlyFans creator. Like purely just OnlyFans, because he never would have made it in mainstream. And I'll tell you why. Because he's too picky about the girls that he wants. So that like I said, that doesn't fly in mainstream. You don't get to choose your talent.
Oh, especially as male talent. Like especially male talent starting off, you definitely don't get to choose who you want to work with. Part of the reason I never wanted the fucking job was, you know, you don't get to choose. I have chosen everyone I've ever had sex with. I've made bad choices, but I chose them.
But you chose them. You can deal with that. Right. Yeah.
Like sometimes it's like, oh, that was a regrettable purchase, but I made that purchase.
Can't return it, but.
Right? Can't return it. Wish they would just disappear, but they're not.
But there's the block button. There we go. Just block her. So this guy I was considering, because I'm like, all right, we're in the same industry. We're in sex work. He's an OnlyFans creator. He's extremely successful. And oh my goodness. So it's like I would go, one time I went on a booking. We're just talking. We have never even met. Like, but he's really trying to get me to do content with him. I'll fly you out. I'll put you up. I'll feed you. I'll do everything. And I'm like, are you fucking paying me for the scene though? No. Like, so it's not a paid scene. It's not professional scene. And like my agent won't be cool with that. Like, but like my agent also doesn't care about what I do in my OnlyFans. I do. So anyway, this guy's giving me like just total crazy like boyfriend vibes. And he's like seriously thinking like I'm his girlfriend.
And you two have never met.
We've never met. No. And like, this happens with a lot of guys. So anyway, I go to get booking photos done this was a few months ago. I go to get new booking photos done. I hang out with the girls in the house. We go to dinner, just the girls, and then the guy who owns the house. We go to dinner with him. And whatever. So it's honestly like such a fun time. Like I had such a great time. I'm on my way home. I call him because I'm all excited. I'm like, oh, hey, babe. Like, oh, I had such a good time today. And he is just like so mean to me. Like, he's like, oh, cool. And I'm just like, wait, what? Like, I didn't even fuck someone. Like, I just hung out with like my girlfriend. Oh yeah, well that's what I hear. It's great now, but 6 months from now you're gonna hate it. And I was just what? Like, how is this guy like? He's so mean. And anyway, it's just like we finally get to talking later on, and I was getting not jealous of his content, but he was talking to a lot of girls how he was talking to me. So I was like, well, I don't feel special, and I'm giving you my time for free, and this is so annoying. Like, so that was my thing. I was more mad that I wasn't getting paid for the energy I was giving to him. But he genuinely was upset that, he was like, he's following me on Twitter and he's seeing these clips of like getting fucked. And I'm like,
what, you're doing your job? Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm like, you know I'm a porn star. That's what I do. You're not paying me, period. Like, you're not paying me for these conversations. You're not paying me to be this jealous. You're not fucking subscribed to my OnlyFans. Like,
so how much does someone need to pay to be that jealous?
Dude, bro, fuck. One FaceTime is worth $500.
God damn.
Serious. I'm serious.
Well, good on you. Oh, no, I didn't think you were kidding. Good on you.
Yeah, no, I know. But like, it's like he got so much for free. And he just drains people, and he wonders why he's getting so many girls blocking him. Well, that's why. And so that's just one example of a jealous type of guy and how they act and how I don't put up with it. No.
Well, for sure. And nor should you in like a business relation, but like
when he's doing the same exact thing. And it's like he's not even a professional.
Right. But
what?
How the dude's been really actually jealous in like real life. People you're actually involved with, not people that think that they're your boyfriend.
Okay, so one guy earlier this year I met on a boat and he's like a really sweet guy, and we had like a great time. We actually went on one date, and we're in the restaurant, and I'm talking about like, I'm just talking pretty openly, but I'm not talking about fucking. I'm just like, yeah, so when I did this scene, and he's just like, shh. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, no one's around. Like, what are you talking about? He's like, I don't want like these fucking random people we've never met and you'll probably never see again in your life hearing what I'm doing.
Like, why do you value any of these people's opinions?
Right. And then that's when I realized it wouldn't work. So it was too bad at that point, because like I really like this guy as a person. He's kind of involved in all the friends like that I have that are not porn friends. So I was like, oh man, this is tough. This sucks. But yeah, he kind of told me to shush, and I was like, back. And then yeah, that's when I had the conversation with him. I'm like, I got to where I'm at now by not giving a fuck what other people think. So I'm sorry, but like this isn't, I actually didn't end it. He didn't talk to me for a whole week after that. And I was really confused. I was like, what? I should be dumping your ass. But then
he knew the move for you. Like, neglecting you is obviously the move.
Yeah. Well, by the time he finally said, well, apparently I'm too busy to date or something. I'm like, some lame excuse. I'm like, just fucking tell me like it is. I was like, no, honestly, like, what is it? Like, and he's like, well, I don't know how to tell other people what you do and like how they're going to feel about, anyway. So that I was like, yeah, no, this is definitely not for you.
Yeah, that's never going to make it.
Not for you.
But at least he checked out early, because the worst is the dudes that, and you'll see this while you're in longer, the dudes who are like, I'm totally down, and 6 months in are like, no, not cool with it at all.
Yeah.
It's just like, they just lie to themselves.
Right. I had a girlfriend who kind of went through that. They made it, so that's good. But
for now, they made it for now. If that fucking came up, he is bottling that shit up.
Right. No, I know. And it sucks. Like, but it's weird because like you said before, it's like, we're human. We have emotions. We can't really hide. Like if we're stuffing them down and we're not like actually approaching them then we can't really get through them. So I get it. But like, I personally don't have the time for other people's emotions right now. And like, I don't know if I like,
that's conducive to dating.
Yeah. Like, I just don't like, my don't give a fuck is so high, but like it's the reason why I can support myself. Like if I were in a relationship, you know, like we were talking about, and they were supporting me, I would I mean, I love what I'm doing, so.
But
I don't know if I'd stop, but
you shouldn't. Because why the fuck do you want to tie your financial independence to some dude?
Exactly. I don't.
Especially if it's some dude who doesn't condone what you're fucking doing.
Exactly.
Because heaven forbid shit goes sideways 6 months, a year, 5 years down the road.
Right.
How much time and money did you lose out on?
Oh my God. Too much. Yeah, I couldn't even think about that.
Right. And like, how toxic was it till you got to the point where you actually cut it off?
Right.
Like, because it's not like, oh, once you're in for a minute, you're going to cut it off at the first sign of anything going wrong. Like,
I will. Yeah. If I see one little smidge of jealousy or discontent, or
you were in a situationship for 5 years.
I know.
Your actions speak a little louder than words there.
I was struggling, man. I had some major life events happen that just kind of, I just wasn't able to real life or date or do anything like for real for a while.
Hey, that's fine. Like that happens. You're a real fucking person. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Daddy issues. I had them.
You've cured yourself of them?
I think so, because I used to like specifically only be attracted to older guys, like much older. And now
How much older?
Like, okay, the oldest I'm 31. So I was like maybe 29 and I was with a guy who's like 55. Too old. It was like a few years younger than my parents. So, yeah. Like, yeah, he was closer to my mom's age than mine.
You ever take him home to meet the family?
Yeah, he met my mom.
What'd she think?
She liked him, but...
Are they dating now?
No. Oh my God, no. But yeah, it was a weird thing. And he was obsessed with butt stuff, so I had to
Oh, was this the butt stuff guy?
He was, yeah. That's why we broke up. Because he like every time he got drunk, I'm gonna stick it in your ass, and I was like, no, you're not. And then I was like, fuck, are you gonna stick it in my ass when I'm like sleeping or something? Like I
mean, the minute that happens, you need to be the fuck out.
Exactly. I was like, okay, now I don't even feel safe anymore. I'm over this. But like, yeah.
And that's fucked up because like. Nobody wants to be in a relationship they don't fucking feel safe in.
Oh yeah, no. And like it sucked too, because we really got along really well, and he fulfilled my daddy issues, and and then I got over my daddy issues, and like I got like, you know, I felt better about my life, and yeah.
You're only dating younger now then?
Well, I'm technically a MILF, so I do, for the majority of my scenes, I'm doing guys who are much younger than me.
Well, I'm talking the real world.
No, the real world, I want someone around my age, same age, and maybe a year or two older or young. Like I would go within like my Bumble is set to 28 to 32. So yeah, so it's like those are usually the guys that want to like settle down, and like they have to realize like life with me is never going to be settling, but like you got to be down. So yeah.
How does the swiping go for you?
I'm pretty good at it. Like I don't really go on there every day because I did meet a guy that I'm like talking to, and I like his energy. He's a sweetheart, and he can tell I'm sweet too. So like he can see so far he can see past what I'm doing, but we've only been talking a few days. So we'll see how it goes.
Oh, hoping it goes well for you.
But yeah, when I'm swiping, if I'm initially attracted to like, you know, the first picture, I'll read what they're about then. Like, okay, are you like, do they have kids? If they have kids, based on my last experience, we are not going to work. So I do not sweat. I don't care how hot you are. If you have kids, I'm not down. And then, okay, it's like no drink, no smoke, no blah, blah, blah. You're probably in a program. I'm not in a program. I don't necessarily drink every day or smoke every day. No, but like I don't have issues with that. So
right.
Like I don't want an ex-heroin addict. I really don't. It's just not for me.
No, just a current one.
Yeah, no. No, I've honestly, dude, I've dated like every different type of guy. I swear. Like, I have dated every type of guy just because of swiping. And like, I've gotten to know so many different types of people that I kind of know by now. I'm like, oh, he's going to be a player. He's talking to 10 other girls at one time. Definitely not monogamous, you know, or like this one is too monogamous. Like, he's going to like, you know, like make me just he'll never be okay with what I do. Like there's I can just tell. And if they're like too family oriented, I'm probably going to shy away from that. Just because
you not want kids at some point?
I do want kids at some point. I do. Yeah, I think I would be a great mom. No, I mean like if they're still their parents' kid, like then they're still a child. Like I don't want an adult child.
I mean, we all are. I hate to break it to you. We all are adult children.
I do watch the Disney Channel at night.
See?
Yeah.
We're just all large children.
Disney Plus. Yeah.
Oh, no. Once you leave, I'm going to go throw on Loki.
That's dope. Yes. I'm telling you. Like,
I mean, once you leave. I mean, I have to get you out of here.
Put it on right now. I'm just kidding.
We're just going to like, sorry, we're going to pause the podcast. We're going to go watch an episode of Loki. We'll be back.
Loki. Now. Yeah, but we are all like, and there's a level of like appreciating, you know, where you're at as an adult and being an adult. And then there's that like balance of still being like a little immature sometimes and like, you know, like suck your dick while you're on the freeway.
There's nothing wrong with that. As long as you don't get the load on the interior.
Yeah, that has not happened yet.
Well, if you swallow, it won't.
Exactly. I'm just kidding.
Like, I'd be so upset if I got road hens, someone spat it out on my fucking interior. Be like, you shouldn't have sucked my dick.
Yeah, that'd be fucked up.
Right?
Yeah, that shit don't come out.
I would be legitimately angry about it.
Plus, you're missing out on like quite possibly the best protein shot of your life. So what are you doing? Why are you spitting?
I don't know. I've never, actually, I don't think I've ever had anyone spit in my life. I don't think I've actually ever had that happen.
That's good because it's, you know, at the end of the day, it's just not ladylike.
I'm not worried about it being ladylike. I'm really not.
I'm talking to the girls who are listening to this with their boyfriends.
Me personally, at the point where it's getting to that, I don't care about it being ladylike at all. Anything that's happening doesn't need to be ladylike.
Care about my car, my nice car.
I'm not even caring about my car. I'm just talking about like if we were in bed, I'd be upset if someone. I'm like, it's not a ladylike thing. It's just like, no, I could have came somewhere else if like that was gonna bother you.
Oh my gosh! So like, okay, can I please ask you? Because this is like,
ask me anything.
Okay, so this is something that I come across on cam. Like, guys are it's really important to them. I think this is like in their nature that they're like, I need to give this to someone. Like, I need to put this somewhere meaningful, you know? Like, is that how you are when you come? Like, because this guy, like one of my OnlyFans, legit sent me a photo this morning of my solo and he came on his computer. And I was like, yes, like I'm glad about that. I'm like, yes, give me your fucking load because that's my chat on my cam is give me your load because I want it. Give it to me.
All right.
I want the share cam. I want the privates. I want the exclusive. No other girl is getting that today but me. Do you know how many dicks I drain? But like for men, is it like important to like put it somewhere?
Coming inside someone feels fucking amazing.
Oh.
Like actually finishing inside someone's pussy feels fucking amazing.
Because it's like, you know, it's like kind of what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. Something in the back of my reptilian brain's like, yeah, fucking nut here. Fucking nut here. Yeah. And the amount of times where it's like after the fact, like, why did I nut there? That was a horrible idea.
That's why the privates end so quickly. Like right after they're done coming. And I'm like, all right, well, I hope you had fun.
Post-nut clarity is real.
It's so true. It's so true.
Beyond that, it's like the first time I had a girl like have me pull it out and come on her tits was really fucking hot.
Okay.
She's just like, let me know when you're gonna come. I'm like, all right, I'm about to come. She's like, fucking.
And she like aimed it at her tits.
Yeah, like that was really fucking hot.
Wow.
That she had baby wipes in her purse on the ready. I'm just like, girl,
what? She came prepared.
Like, yeah, you apparently knew we were fucking today.
Wow. You know what? We do have an intuition. We do. We know when we're gonna get fucked.
I mean, it was pretty obvious. I had to be in my early 20s at this point. Like in the back of my brain, I did not expect it, but like consciously looking at it from the outside, it's like, oh no, we were definitely fucking. Like she drove to my place, like
she came to you.
Yeah, and it wasn't like a short drive. Like it wasn't a short drive. We had messed around a couple times before, and it's just like, oh yeah, within like 5 minutes of her being in my apartment, it was on. Like
wow. Wow.
And at the moment, I was just like, oh, I guess this is happening. In retrospect, it's like, yeah, duh, dude, duh. Oh, that was happening.
You didn't really, yeah. She came ready. She was thirsty. She had the baby wipes. She planned the titty come.
Oh, 100%.
On her way to your house. Yeah, that was a 45-minute. She knew exactly what she wanted. She was horny from the time she left her house. Promise.
Yeah, 100%.
Maybe even a week before.
Don't know, but yeah, like in retrospect, because I've hooked up with that girl on and off for like over a decade.
Oh my God. Wait, you're giving me shit for like, my 5-year relationship.
It's mostly off. It's mostly off. Like it was like literally like we hooked up in the early 2000s.
Oh, okay, so it's like me and Mark.
Well,
blocker.
I'm not even like pining after. It's literally like we hooked up in like the early 2000s. She moved to the West Coast because this was back in Illinois.
Oh, okay.
And
she came all the way to the West Coast for you.
No, I lived in Illinois at the time. Like I'm originally from Chicago, so and like I still live in Illinois. She lived in Illinois. She moved to the West Coast before I did. I came out to like go to AVN in 2010 when I was still living in Chicago. And like she was living with a live-in boyfriend at the time. Like I just crashed at her house. Like we were friends, like legitimately friends.
I have some friends that I fuck.
And you know, we were friends for a number of years. And then I moved to the West Coast in 2011. And shortly after I moved to Vegas, like I had a day gig where I was just traveling all the time. So in 2013, I had put all my shit in storage and I was crashing at her house. And she had like 4 roommates. Like she had like 4 roommates. It wasn't just like crashing.
Not her live-in boyfriend, or did he still live there?
No, they had broken up and like. But I was crashing with her when I'd come back to town.
Yeah.
And one of the times she picked me up from the airport, we'd go back to her place and none of her roommates are home, and like we're just hanging out, and like she turned to me and was like, "So do you want to just use me for my warm wet holes?" I'm like, "Oh,
my God."
Apparently it's on." But it's just like, oh yeah, there have been multiple times in my life where I've just been blindsided by this woman of me throwing down the dick. Like
she just wants you to use her warm holes. That's all. She's like, I want you to use my warm holes. I'm coming to you so you can use my warm holes. Right?
I would appreciate if more women in my life would, if they want that, to just tell me. Like, because apparently I'm oblivious sometimes.
But I think that's what's like cute. You know, that's like my ex, the 5-year guy, he like never I felt like the initiator. Like,
did that bother you or?
Well, like he would throw me down on the bed and fuck me, but like I had to give him the look, like fuck me, you know?
What's the fuck me look? Give it to the camera.
I don't know. I can't do it right now because there's not like a guy, a taboo guy in front of me. I don't know.
Wow. Just tell me how nice my apartment is again.
There it is.
It's like, there's not a guy, oh shit, Matt's across. Yeah, you have such a nice apartment, Matt.
You're cute, Matt. I just called you cute. You are cute.
You're going to win that base AVN for acting. Don't worry.
Everyone has sex appeal. If they, they do. It's just, I do think it's like even hotter though. Like, since I'm so aggressive and I'm so intense and so Aries, I usually go after it if I want it. Like,
but I wish more women would.
Yeah, me too.
Because like that is part of the rough part of navigating being a dude these days. Is like, we were told, especially like I'm an older dude, like we're told like, oh, you got to pursue it, you got to do that. But it's just like
you do.
But it gets.
But then it can be like you could, guys can so easily come off as like creepy,
right? Or thirsty, or
yeah, you're right.
Like it's a difficult balancing act, and like if you can't read the room properly, and like I think every dude's been there where they can't read the room, like they misread it, like oh shit, I thought, oh fuck,
yeah, like my ex coming over after he took his ex to New York. That was reading the room wrong, bro. That's wrong.
Yeah, so it's just like, oh, if you give me nothing but green flags, it's like cool, awesome, like no questions.
So you need a girl just to be like, goal.
I mean, I don't need it, but I prefer it. That's part of. I
don't blame you.
That's part of the reason. Like, it's a difficult, thought process on banging that girl that I don't want to bang, because it's just like, bro, you can come fuck. And it's like, oh, there are nothing to decode here, nothing to try to figure out. Yeah. You are blatantly saying, come over and fuck me.
True. I mean, yeah, Sean, Alf, and I never would have fucked if I didn't ask him to do content. Like, I asked him, But like, what? Now I don't know what I would do without that dick in my life, honestly. You're welcome, Sean. See you Sunday.
But there's nothing wrong with like, more women should be confident enough to be like, yo, I want that. Because I honestly feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, some of y'all fear rejection more than we do.
I guess it just depends on like where we're at in our life. Like if we had just recently went through a breakup, we might want to take some time away from rejection. And then, yeah, because I'll be honest, like, yes, I might be the hottest porn star that you've ever seen. I have gotten rejected more times than I can count.
Well, it happens to fucking everybody.
Yeah.
You see fucking just stunning people who are like, oh, 1 million people would literally crawl over glass to try to be inside you. And
crawl over glass, run through fire.
Right. And they're like,
the entire Atlantic Ocean, Antarctica.
Right. And there's just like, oh, that dude shot me down.
Yeah, it's true. It happens. And I really think they're gay. Like, I really think they like don't like women if they reject me. But I mean, they could just be like, I don't know. Well,
they could be faithful to a partner.
They could. That's true. I wouldn't see it, and I don't go after people who are.
Yeah, but you don't know.
Taken. Yeah, but like that's the thing is like, okay, well, they're probably not over their ex, or they're probably still fucking their ex, or like going to New York with them. I hope he listens to this. I know.
Tag him in it when we promote it.
That's so funny. I know he doesn't, but I hope you do.
It's a lot of times like shit has nothing to do with you. It's like,
yeah, totally.
Whatever's going on in their life.
I had an ex-boyfriend cheat on me with his like family friend while he was in town after I had gone and visited him with my family in Idaho. Really, I didn't invite my mom. She just wanted to go make a trip. And she's like, I want to meet your boyfriend too. Let's hang out. I'm like, you're killing me, Mom. So I don't blame him for, breaking it off. But this is the first time I was ever actually rejected, like for real. And yeah, he had cheated on me. And I kind of knew like something was up because like he didn't take me to the fair. Like he took he didn't take anyone else, but he was there with like some family and some like family friends, and this girl was really hot. And when I went to visit him in Arizona, I totally saw something between them. So I was like, oh shit, but I was like so in love with this guy. He's calling me wifey, all of this. Oh yeah. Like he's
how long were you two involved?
Probably only like 5 months max. Like, not long.
That's pretty short to be wifey.
Wifey, right? He's calling me wifey the first 2 weeks. So I'm an idiot.
That's some narcissist shit right there.
Yeah. Well,
like love bombing like that? Fuck.
Oh, he love bombed the shit out of me, Scorpios. They'll do that. But I mean, and obviously he was really ready for a wife because the next girl that he dated, he wifed up and had kids with, and they actually had just he was with her just before me. So that was honestly the hardest thing ever, to be like cheated on, and then he went back to the girl just before me and married her. I was like, but this is when I realized, like, it doesn't matter how nice you are, it doesn't matter how faithful you are, it doesn't matter how pretty you are, you will be rejected.
But it's also like you should still try to do those things. Like you should still try to be kind to people. Like,
yeah, it was.
If you're not doing it for yourself, but just, or not, if you're not doing it for them, just for yourself. Like,
yeah,
you really want to go through life being a fucking miserable, mean fucking person?
No, because I've been that before, and I'm telling you, it was no fun for anyone.
Well, I'm glad I'm meeting you after it.
Yeah, especially me. Well, I get fucked a lot now, so my endorphins are all good.
Oh, is that what's doing it?
Oxytocin. Oh, yeah.
Like, I wasn't getting fucked a lot. I would be horrible right now. You'd hate me.
Okay, if my ex was still in my life, you would hate me because I had to stick up my ass, and I don't like things in my butt.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true. Well, I'm glad you got out of a 5-year relationship that you were apparently miserable in.
At the time I didn't know it, but I'm really glad to.
Well, it's one of those things, like you get institutionalized to shit.
What?
I said it. You get institutionalized. Like,
I really should have been thinking that was right what I was in. Seriously, that was fucking weird. It's weird.
It's one of those things. People are just like, it's the evil I know.
Well, and like, okay, to be fair, I was on mushrooms and fucking smoking weed the whole entire time. So I didn't really.
You would be less fun on weed and shrooms?
I was more fun, and I was more crazy, and I just did not give a shit about like anything. Really? So that'd probably explain why I put up with that for so long. Yeah. It's embarrassing.
Why? Why is it embarrassing? If you didn't learn shit from it, that would be embarrassing.
True.
Like, you got to have life fucking experiences. The people that have never had any hardships or have never had to want for anything in their lives, those are the people that suck because they just don't know how to fucking deal with it.
Oh my gosh, you're so right. Yeah, I can't date someone if they haven't been through like something really hard in their life, honestly.
Yeah, you got to be through some shit. It builds character.
Exactly. Yeah, it does.
Like, why statistically every celebrity's child I've ever met has just been a horrible person. They've never had to want for shit in their life. They've never had a hard fucking time.
Just get Louis Vuittons for their birthdays.
Right? Like, oh, you didn't get me the right year of the classic Corvette I wanted for my birthday.
Right. Like, nice. Yeah, exactly. Lambo. I didn't get a Lambo at 16. My parents hate me.
Right. Like, fuck you. There's food on the table. You should be fucking happy.
Exactly. Yeah, no, that's the thing is like, before porn, oh my God, life was so hard. Like, it was really, like, I grew up just completely I had everything I could have ever wanted when I grew up. My parents they did really well, and they did a lot for others too. They didn't just like, well, yeah, my mom, she was always wealthy. She's always going to be wealthy. My dad had to work from the time he was like 16, moved out, just fucking put himself through college.
So your dad married up?
Yeah. So my dad, so he saw that my mom was all wealthy. Anyway, they come together and they're just a power couple. Like, my parents were so great for 25 years. And then it went to shit. But like,
hey, that's a lot longer than a lot of people.
I know. And so like, I grew up with like this, like really, I knew when I was growing up though, that I had it too good. I knew it. And I was like, when is it going to like, this, nobody deserves like all this goodness. And like, it was true. I really did feel that way growing up. And then, 25 years, divorce, my dad passed. And that's, thank you. But that's, I didn't even want to say that on here. But that is when I realized, because I was an adult at that time. My dad was kind of like he gave me everything. So when he wasn't here anymore, I didn't have everything. And I was like, wait a second. Oh my God, I don't have a savings. I don't have this. Oh my God, I don't have a good enough job to actually support me.
So he didn't prepare you to be out in the real world.
No, not at all. To the point where my mom wanted me so badly to experience real life. I was thrown on the streets. My friend took me in.
How old were you at that time?
This was last year. Like, I was too old. I was 30 years old living with my mom. Like, well, and before that, I had an apartment and everything. I had been working, but like really things were so hard for me after I lost my dad because I couldn't see straight. I didn't know how to actually make a living like on my own. And like I was engaged too. So we had like a very cushy life when we were engaged, like hardly had to pay rent. Like we had a great life. But then I also knew then I was like, I don't know how to take care of myself if like something were to happen. Well, I got myself to the point where I really didn't have anything. And porn came to me in the time I needed it the most. And like, luckily I've never actually had to like, not have a place to live. Like I've always had a place to live, thank God, because I had a really good friend to take me in at that time and just kind of give me 1 month to get it to quote unquote, get your shit together, Whitney. And I did. Because like, I just realized like right then I was like, holy shit, like this is what I was supposed to go through. And it was the hardest thing I've ever gone through in my entire life. So,
do you feel you're better off for it?
100 million %. Yes. And that's why I can't date someone who's been given everything. Like if you don't know hardship and you haven't, actually gone through something like, not that I wish anything terrible on anyone ever, but like if you don't know the real world, you can't make it in it, like socially too. And that's super important.
It definitely is. You have no basis for reality if you've not ever actually been in the real world, if you've been in a protective bubble your whole fucking life. Orange
County, baby. Yeah, Orange County.
You're like, Newport Beach, those motherfuckers.
I actually live like in Costa Mesa, just like right next to Newport. Yeah, but yeah, that's like that's why the guy I'm dating or talking to right now, he did grow up in Costa Mesa, but he did go through something kind of hard and really like kind of the same thing. And I'm like, all right, well, I can fuck with you because you actually like have had to pick yourself up from a really hard time. And I just have a lot more respect for people who have literally created their own way and like actually made it. And that's I'm getting there. Like I'm not there yet.
But you're definitely on the path. Like,
thank you.
This is definitely the path least traveled.
Yeah. And like, I don't want anyone to have to really go through all of that, but I would just say if you're younger and you're listening to this and you have any means to save money, do it. 'Cause like, yeah, I mean, not knowing where, like, if you're going to have a place to live the next month or if you're going to be able to eat, like, or it's like food or gas or, I've been there and I never want to be there again. And I do have a lot of respect for people who have made it their own way.
I'm of two minds on the savings. Because on one hand, yeah, you definitely need to have some emergency funds. But these people were like, I have a 5-year plan and I'm going to, like, motherfucker. COVID, if anything, should
inflation.
Well, not even just inflation, but like COVID should have illustrated that like 5-year plans are bullshit. Everyone who died during the pandemic definitely had a plan to not be dead in 2020 to 2022.
That's so true.
Like, don't let life fucking pass you by I'm going to do this in 5 years. I'm going to do this in 10 years. You need to fucking live life.
Yeah, like fuck your credit. I'm just kidding. I'm working on that too still because of COVID.
But you've got to find a balancing act for it. You can't just be, yes, you shouldn't spend every fucking penny. You shouldn't be fucking check to check if you can avoid it.
Seriously, no.
But you also shouldn't be nesting it all away for
a rainy day.
Some magical day that may never fucking come.
That's true. I mean, there's so many different things you can do with your money nowadays. And like there's so much talk about like how our dollar is going down and all of this stuff. And so like for a little while there, I was like, all right, well, I'm not going to put all my money into my savings. I'm going to put some of it into Bitcoin. It went down like 2 days later and I lost like $50. I was like, fuck this shit. Never mind.
I mean, you got to white knuckle it if you're just doing crypto because
true.
Shit will bounce back eventually as long as you're on a steady coin like Bitcoin, it should bounce back eventually.
I do believe in Bitcoin. Yeah, I do. I mean, I don't think you should have that as your primary bank account, but like
I look at that shit as gambling.
Yeah.
It's like
stocks and Bitcoin.
Well, like traditional stocks have a little more stability because
right.
There is something more backing it more than speculation.
Like the S&P 500. I was studying earlier this year. I'm like, where do I put my money if I make so much? Like,
but it's one of those things where like if I invest in Microsoft sells tangible goods and shit like that, and there's profit reports and there's things backing it up besides the market deciding it's worth this much.
Yeah.
There was definitely speculation and that definitely flavors some of it, but there's at least product and shit like that when I'm investing in versus, Ethereum, Bitcoin. It's literally just the market decides that this is worth this at this point.
Yeah.
And I've done both. I've done stocks. I've done crypto.
Mm-hmm.
It just is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still just trying to get out of debt. Like,
have you thought about crime? No. Kidding. Please don't murder me.
No. And like, that's also something that I run into so much online is like people, even on Instagram today, I was on a live and this guy's like, how much for a night? I'm like, I realize I'm a sex worker, but there are things that are legal that I do in sex work. And there are things that are illegal that I don't do in sex work. And like, yeah, guys, whoever you're listening, don't fucking ask a fucking porn star how much she is for a fucking night. Like, you will get laughed at.
The reality is there are performers that are advertising on their Twitter that I'm on tour.
I know.
Or, you can meet me.
Greedy motherfuckers. I'm just kidding. I don't want to bash anyone, but at the same time, I don't want to like promote illegal activity.
Well, and that's right for you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to knock somebody if I'm assuming most performers that are out there doing full service work are doing it because they need it, not because this is their preferred way to make money. I could be completely wrong. And I'm not going to knock somebody.
I can see that. Like would sugar daddies be like included in that?
So, well, in the letter of the law, no. But in the practicality of it, sure.
Okay.
But there are definitely performers that are legitimately out there doing escorting work.
Yes, there are lots, and that also fucks up with our Yeah,
I mean, it definitely can potentially fuck with the pool, but it's been going on forever.
Yeah, I know that.
But my thought process is most people that are doing that, it's because they have to, because they're not generating enough revenue in other ways. Why would you take the riskiest option that is available to you if it wasn't your...
Absolutely. Yeah, I get that. That's sad.
And like, nobody should knock you for being like, nah, that's not my jam.
Yeah, true. I mean, okay, if you like, but still, there's Uber Eats. I don't know. I'm just like, but I get it. I do get it. Like, I've just been at that point where I'm like, I really need the money. Like, when I needed, when I was approached for doing anal, like for my first, because you do your first scenes, they give you the most money you're ever going to get on a porn set most of the time.
You'll get a lot more for anal if you hold out on it.
Exactly. And I knew that. But like, at the time I didn't know that. And I was just getting in and I'm like, oh, $2,500. Like, oh, shit. at the time, I needed that so bad, that money. I really did. And something just in me, like, I just didn't do it. I was like, no, I can't do it. And then the next month, I ended up going to Miami and getting like 10 scenes. So it was like the right move because I didn't traumatize myself out of the industry. Like, but I do understand like absolutely needing it. But then there's something to be said for having faith. Like, I think you can still have some kind of connection with something like outside of yourself, even if you're in sex work. And I write down a lot of like goals and intentions. And I took some time with the maker and I was like, yo, bro, like.
So are you religious or?
Christians are going to fucking hate me for saying this. I got myself baptized last year. So I've never been baptized before in my life. So
why would they hate you for actually doing it versus?
They would kick me out of the church if they knew what I was doing. Yeah. But I don't go to church because I'm not celibate. You
don't say. You don't say. This whole time, I thought you were saving yourself for Jesus. The interview's over. We're done. You're not saving yourself for Jesus. Harlot, I can't believe I let you in my house.
I went on the wrong podcast, guys.
You harlot. I have to paint a scarlet letter on you before you leave.
My old grandmother calls me. She's like, you're not going to be a spinster. I was like, oh, jeez. I am, though, Grandma. I am. I'm sorry. She doesn't need to know that. She just thinks I'm a model. But
you are.
I am. I really am.
You're not lying to her.
No, I mean, I'm a model.
Yeah, you're a model actress. Come on.
I'm a model and an actress. But yeah, no, I was raised spiritual. And then I went all the way deep into that spiritual community, the mushrooms and the spiritual cult shit. And like for real though. I was like, I did a little too many spiritual drugs to where like Jesus really did need to like step in. If that's what happened, that's what happened. So, I must be the only porn star that has ever come to porn after Jesus. I don't know, but I'm not extremely religious. No, I pray. I do pray every night. I write down my prayers every single night.
I pray to Jesus that my talent tomorrow isn't ugly and doesn't smell bad.
Oh my God, that's actually, I'll write down, like, I complete this shoot and like anything I want to have, I get there on time. Like, I swear I'll write down everything I want to do.
I do have to throw this out there. She was 25 minutes early.
Yeah, I was. Well, yeah, okay. I was super early because I was early to my other appointment, and then it was not as far as I thought. It was like 45 minutes away. So,
end result, she was 35 minutes early.
Thank you. Yes, all of the directors listening to this, just know I will always show up to your set early. I've only been late like one time.
See, I kind of depend on talent being late. I procrastinate a little bit. I kind of depend on people being late. They're like, oh, I'm on time. I'm like, fuck. All right. Like, I literally just lit that cigar when you're like, I'm here.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Don't apologize for being early. Do not. Like, that's on me. That's my toxic trait, being like, talent's going to be late. I got time. That's my toxic shit.
Well, I don't blame you. Like most I've definitely been on a set when the talent has been extremely late. And I've been that person before, but it was a weird day, man. And I ended up not doing that shoot.
Did you get a kill fee at least?
No. I should have given the kill fee because I was not down for the talent.
Oh, wow. You walked off set?
Yep.
What happened?
Well, the guy who was booking me, I had told him before that I had an age limit and...
Too old, too young?
Too old. I felt really bad too because I had just met that talent like a couple weeks ago on a different set. And I was like, I like him as a person.
How old?
Shit, he must be like maybe like 45 to 47, but he looks older. much older.
I'm like, you dated a 50-something.
I know. No, I know. But like, I'm past my daddy issues now. So
this is acting. This isn't work. This is work. Like,
I don't want to go back to my daddy issues.
Yeah, you're not dating him.
I'm past them. Yeah, no, I felt bad. Well, I just knew. I was like, nope, it's not going to happen. I just knew it. Like, and there was a bunch of other talent on the set. I felt like the shithead. I felt really bad because like, I know, like, I'm not like that. Like, I actually looked up his photos the night before and they were like from 25 years ago. And I was like, Booker, you fucked up. I was like, bro, like, and I sent them a screenshot of like what picture. And like, I scrolled through Google. I was like, okay, there's like nothing that looks like him now. Like nothing. So yeah, so that's the only time I ever walked off set and I feel terrible. And he's a great talent. I'm not going to say who he was. He knows who he is. And it's not because of you. It's because of my booker, who isn't actually I don't even think in the industry anymore.
It's fucked.
I know. I feel bad.
And you just were like, I'm not going to be a trooper today. Fuck this.
No. Because, I had already had those 2 experiences that I cannot take back. And it wasn't going to be another one of those days.
Fair.
Yeah.
I mean, you should not fuck anyone you don't want to fuck.
Exactly. You should not. No, and like that's where it is a little different with porn and a job. Like you can like that's why also the younger girls in porn, you need to know you can say no. You can say no. If you don't want to do this guy, you don't have to do him.
Right, but unfortunately, because there's no porno 101 and there's not.
No, there's not.
And unfortunately, people are kind of like bred to be feared. Like, oh, you will be replaced.
You will be.
But people fucking fear that shit. So they're like, I'm going to go through with a scene that I don't necessarily want to do. Because
but you don't want to do that all the time. Like I said, like that's only happened once. And I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I feel so bad.
Right, but the amount of people that have been in much longer than you that would not have the balls to just be like, I'm not working with this person because I feel deceived about who my fucking co-star is.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen very often. Hell, back in the day, to give you an example of people just being afraid to say no. Someone showed up on set with a very, very obvious syphilis infection.
Oh my God.
Like sores. And the talent reached out to her agent, but she started to go through with the scene before her agent got involved.
You're kidding me.
No.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
No. If you see some open sore on someone's.
Oh, this is not like, it was pretty, really blatant.
Oh my. See, that shouldn't even be like, I can't even believe the director would have gone through with that because you can't avoid, like, you're looking at, like,
yeah.
Like you can see that on camera.
Oh, yeah. No, it was,
And that can kill you. Like, that's terrifying. Oh my God.
Yeah, it is really a fucked situation.
That's really messed up. But like the thing is, like that's what sucks so bad about these younger girls, or these girls who don't think they have a voice. Like, bro, you're really gonna like that's your body. Like, like I know people don't really care that much about their bodies, but like you gotta care a little bit.
Well, I don't think it was so much like she obviously reached out to her agent. I don't think it was
Sure. Yeah.
I think she was just intimidated in the situation and just didn't know what to fucking do.
You just leave.
I agree. She was obviously afraid of disappointing people.
Sure. Or just being like shit talked or whatever.
Yeah. Or, there's always the fear of like, I won't get booked again if I do this.
So that is like impossible. Like, I mean, there are things that you can do to like get yourself blacklisted.
Oh, easily.
Definitely. But yeah, that wouldn't have been one of them.
No, definitely not. Definitely. And I don't remember who the talent was at the time. I know who the male talent was, but I don't remember who the.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was.
Is he still in the business?
Yeah.
Oh, is he clean now?
I'm not going to get into too much details on there. I'll tell you off air.
Please, yes. I need to know this. I add people to my no list all the time.
Yeah, I mean,
Not a lot. There's like 3 people on my no list.
You've been in it 8 months. That's pretty impressive for
Really? Well, there's this Excel sheet that my girlfriend has that another talent made, and like there's a bunch of guys on there, and like a few of them I've worked with, and I'm like, okay, one, I can see that, but he's not going on my no list for that. There's another one that I'm like, really? Oh my God, that happened? Like I never would have seen him doing that. But
people have different experiences.
Totally different experience. So like you can't really you have to take it with a grain of salt and be like, okay, yeah, if there's domestic violence, I'm going to be a little bit more weary about that person, and only maybe in a professional setting. And if it's not like, if it hasn't happened like recently, maybe you just never know in that situation.
Right. I mean, she really could have pissed him off. No, I'm kidding. I'm so kidding. So kidding.
Well,
so kidding. That was not jokes.
We're not
a proponent of domestic violence.
No, not at all.
She really deserved it. Kidding. Once again, kidding.
That's fucked. But
kidding.
Yeah, we're kidding, guys. But yeah, there's this Excel sheet that goes around, and there are some people on there, and I'm like, okay, well, first of all, I wasn't attracted to that person anyway. Easy no list. I really wouldn't want to work with them. But yeah, there are people on that list. And it goes around.
Oh yeah, because this is 13th grade. It's high school. We all gossip.
Yeah, we do. And like I said, I've worked with some of those guys, and I can see what they're talking about, but it's definitely not enough to put them on my no list.
Yeah, and sometimes people have off days.
Completely, yeah. And like we have to kind of give people more grace in our industry.
So we're gonna call last call on this motherfucker. Get you out of here.
Oh, I hope my car's still there.
Totally gone.
No.
Had it chopped up and sold for parts.
Oh my God.
How do you think I paid for this place?
Oh my God. You know what? Now I'm beginning to see it.
Where can they find you on the thing?
Okay, guys. If you want to find me and see my naked asshole, you can go to I am Whitney OC, and it's pretty much on everything.
Oh yeah?
Instagram, Twitter. Yeah.
The spicy
OnlyFans. Yep.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Do it.
Whitney.
I mean, don't do it. That's like a psychological thing.
You're reverse psychologying them into not. Okay.
Don't subscribe.
Well, until next week, drink up, motherfuckers.
Drink up.